everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Katawa Shoujo Hanako's Beta Path, the final part! Yes, we are going to get through the rest of this story today, so hope you enjoy it, folks. Let's get on with the show. Hey, is this a study session, or are we just going to stand around and eat all afternoon?
Sorry, teacher. Everyone to your seats!
The institutionalized part of the girls' brains kicks in, and they shuffle into their seats. Thanks, Misha.
Don't mention it. This is the class rep's job.
You're the class rep?
No one else here is qualified. Plus, Shizune makes me say this kind of stuff all the time anyway.
Right. Well, what should we do first?
History!
I thought we were going to do science.
I thought history was a science.
History is just the past. I guess that's right. Any other suggestions?
I don't get gravity. Is it MG or that M&M's thing?
M&M's?
You know, like gravity was always MG, but now it's MM something. I believe that Misha's referring to the equation of gravity, where the force is equal to G by M on R squared. Yeah, the M&M rule.
Ah, right. Well, the way I remember it is like this. Instinctively, I pick up the chalk and draw two circles on the board. However, due to a lack of experience with chalk, the circles turn out more like blobs. Think about two balls in space.
Why in space?
Well, it's so that we don't have anything else to worry about.
I see.
Now, what are the things that are going to matter here?
Matter?
I mean, what is there that will change the gravity? I stare down the barrel of 6 blank faces. Teaching is hard. Think of it this way. What do we know about these balls? Neither of them is a ball. That's got more to do with my drawing skills, I think.
Is it gravity?
Not exactly. That's what we're trying to find.
The masses of the balls?
Bingo! I draw an M under each blob.
How far apart they are?
That's right. Anything else? Once again, blank stares. Well, that's actually it, really. Now think about this. If either of the masses gets bigger, would you expect more or less gravity?
More.
Nice save.
I'm used to it.
And what about the distance? If they get further apart, will there be more or less gravity?
Less?
Right again. So now, we can put them together. Can anyone guess how? GMM on R squared. Right. How did you know? She said it before. Right, but why is it like this? Why isn't R on the top?
Since the force gets less as the distance gets bigger, that means you need to divide and not multiply?
Spot on. Does that make sense?
Then what's G?
It's just a constant, something that just keeps everything in line. Like white. Eh? White doesn't mean much, but it fills in the blanks. If there was no white, nothing would make sense.
Oh, I get that!
You do?
Yep, you're so smart, Rin.
I can only talk for one person, though. So, is everyone happy now?
What is the MG one, then? Yeah, why does it change?
Well, it doesn't. I draw a circle around part of the gravity equation I've written on the board. If you're standing on the Earth, then these parts are going to be the same, aren't they? G is a constant. The mass of the Earth doesn't change, and the Earth is pretty much a sphere, so R is the same everywhere, right?
Right.
So we can work out this part, and it ends up being G. And if you multiply that by M, you get the same thing we have here.
Oh. I can almost remember that.
Almost.
I didn't write any of it down.
It suddenly occurs to me that Misha never gets the chance to take notes, her hands busy signing the class directly to Shizune. I feel kind of sorry for her in a way. Then again, I get the feeling that Shizune's notes would be a lot more legible and concise, and it's a given that she just copies off those. Their symbiotic relationship never ceases to amaze me. Or symbiotic, sorry. After the girls finish taking down their notes, I erase my scratchings from the board and ask for the next question. Now that the tone has been set, everyone seems to relax a little, and the questions start coming thick and fast. Electrostatics, stoichiometry, redox. A full science course in an afternoon. But after each one of my fumbled explanations, I can see a little more understanding in each of the faces before me. And sometimes just simply saying my thoughts out loud makes it easier to think. It's a lot easier than just reading a textbook. We work long into the evening, occasionally passing around boxes of snacks as I write up formula after formula on the small chalkboard. Damn. The sky outside turns dark, and the only thing that stops us is the impending curfew. I think we should call it quits there. It's getting late.
And we still have to clean up. We could all help. Yeah, what needs to be done, teacher?
Even though I have no idea where any of this stuff goes, everyone refers to me by the virtue of this assumed position. I guess the desks have to go back, and the board. And your jacket isn't yours anymore.
Eh. You're still wearing that jacket.
Oh. Huh, I totally forgot. Shizune extends an arm towards me.
Here, I'll take it back. I'm the only one with the key to the staff room. The desks go back to 2-3. I'll see you in class tomorrow.
Ah, thanks. I slide out of the jacket and hang it over Shizune's arm. Well then, let's get this stuff back to 2-3.
Okay.
Shizune and Misha head out to return the jacket, whilst Hanako, Emmy, and I start carrying the desk back to their classroom. Lily offers to help, but it is easy enough for the three of us. Rin watches us for a second before skulking after Shizune and Misha, probably to uncover their secret or something equally unbelievable. Having returned the desk, we clean up the last of the snacks and gather up Lily's tea set. The four of us leave the room and head back to the dorms.
You were really good in there.
Not really, but thanks.
No, it is true. You were able to explain things in a simple manner. And it was easier than Muto. I know, he always makes things difficult. Integrate this! Differentiate that! It's impossible!
Well, it's not that hard, but he doesn't teach things the easy way.
Have you ever thought about doing this professionally?
What? Teaching?
Yes, you seem to have a knack for it.
Really?
You were really good.
Huh, I've never thought of it. It was sort of fun, though.
You look good, too.
Well then, maybe I'll have to buy myself a new jacket.
We should go shopping sometime. Ooh! A date! A date! It's a date, right?
Yes. And you're not coming.
Aw, but I like going shopping.
Too bad.
Next time! You're taking me shopping next time, Teach.
Teach?
I like it. It does seem appropriate, especially if we are to study like this on a regular basis.
Hey, I didn't say anything about this being regular.
I think it's too late for that.
At the mention of late, I check my watch. Crap, it is late. But not that kind of late. I better run or I'll miss curfew.
Oh, I guess you can't stay over every night. Stay over?
It's, nothing. We just...
Hisao, Hanako and I were studying late last night, and we accidentally fell asleep.
Oh, I thought you meant something else. Ha! What are you talking about? We're high school students. And I really have to go. I give Hanako a quick hug and a kiss, and wave the other girls goodnight.
Good night, Hisao. Night.
Were you really studying?
Yes, we were. Now let's hurry along. We wouldn't want to get caught.
Okay. Good night, Teach. Thanks for today. Don't mention it. The girls disappear into the dormitory, closing the door behind them. Well, nothing more for it than to head back to my room. Truth be told, I am beat. I doubt I'll have any trouble getting to sleep tonight. Well, that was hella interesting. All 6 girls in the same room talk and try to maintain voice consistency with all of them. Yeesh. That was a nightmare. And... time. Drop your pens and wait in your seats while I collect your papers. Muto ambles along between the students passing their papers to him, like offerings to some prophet. After 2 weeks of relentless testing, it seems that he has the optimum pattern worked out, and manages to collect all the papers with only 1 pass in the classroom. He drops the large stack of papers on his desk, making a hefty thump. That's it. I'll see you all after the summer break. The class erupts in celebration. With the last exam done, there is nothing between us and 4 weeks of vacation. In the fray of limbs and bodies of our class, 2 figures approach me.
Hisao, we wanted to say thanks.
Really? I take it the study sessions helped?
Yep. I don't think I've ever done so well on a science test. I might even pass first time.
Well, it was fun for me too. I think I aced that last one.
Oh, and Shizune wants to say thanks too. It's hard for her to admit that kind of thing, but you really helped her. Hello, Misha, Shizune. Hana, good timing. How did you do? Alright, I think. What about you? Awesome! Everyone's going to pass this time for sure. That's good. Oh, that's right! The student council is going to be having a meeting tonight, and they would like to invite you.
You mean you and Shizune are... A swift pain in my chest stops me from continuing. It appears to be caused by an acute case of Misha's elbow syndrome.
Of course it's not just us. You can only spend council funds on official business. Holding a party and inviting your friends is strictly forbidden.
I get it. It's just a meeting then, right?
Right.
And I take it that there will be refreshments at this meeting, right?
Right.
And possibly something to entertain us if we have to take some time to ponder a decision, right?
Right.
So then, what is the order of business for this meeting?
Oh, that's right. It will be a debrief on the advantages of peer tutoring as a study aid. Shizune is really good at thinking up titles like that. Who's going to be there? Everyone that participated in the trial. It is the only way to get definitive results. I would expect that we would be discussing the outcomes well into the night, so I have had curfew wait for us. You did? I deemed it necessary.
Is that even allowed?
I allowed it. Ergo, it is allowed.
That makes perfect sense.
Logic is one of mankind's greatest achievements. Have you told the others? We invited everyone else yesterday. They finished their test before us. Even Lily? Of course!
Why? Has something happened with Lily?
No, it's not that. It's just... Well, never mind.
Are you sure?
Yes, it's nothing. I doubt she would do anything. Welcome. I took the liberty of preparing for the meeting.
Once again, the council room has been completely transformed. Plates of snacks and cans of drinks cover practically every table surface. Music plays from a small stereo at the back of the room where Emmy and Rin appear to be fighting over the next song to play. Towards the center of the room, surrounded by a wall of cups, sits a large bowl of red liquid. Little chunks of fruit and ice cubes bob up and down on the surface, as if a ship made of tinned fruit ran into an ice flow. Even from the door, I could smell its sickly sweet scent.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh? Is this what you were worried about? Hanako simply nods and hugs my arm in fear.
It looks like everyone is here!
Ah, Shizune, Misha, welcome. How were your exams?
Good, good, good. And you?
I believe that I did quite well. Hisau's a good teacher, isn't he? Well, I didn't. A toast to Hisao. Emmy and Rin jump up at these words like servants. Only now do I see the half-empty glasses of punch where they were squabbling. Emmy quickly ladles out 5 more glasses of the red punch and passes them to us.
To Hisao!
Cheers! With the exception of Rin, we all lift our glasses and salute. Then as one, we empty the glasses. Shizune and Misha nearly turn green.
What's in this?
It's as I feared. Realization dawns. Lily, did you make this punch? Oh, do you like it? It's a family recipe.
This is that punch again, isn't it?
Yes, that's right, Hanako. I thought that this was a celebration, so I prepared enough for all of us. Lily, do you have the hiccups?
No.
I don't think that I'll be getting any straight answers out of her, so I turned to Hanako. So, just what's in this stuff?
I don't know, but it is pretty strong.
Oh dear. We're in for another birthday party, are we?
Birthday party?
It's nothing. I have a birthday, but not with a party. Does that count? No, I was talking about Lily's.
Would you perhaps be referring to the incident where that lecherous woman was seen leaving your dorm room?
Well, yes. Shizune stops to ponder this for a second.
If that is the case, then I would like another glass, please. Coming right up. Me too!
It doesn't take us long at all to finish the bowl of punch and start moving on to the other drinks that Lily has provided. The hardest hit seemed to be Emmy and Rin. It started when Rin stopped being able to hold the cups between her feet. Emmy, not wanting her to miss out on the fun, started feeding the drinks to her. And using the excuse that she was now drinking for 2, Emmy was the first to refill her cups every time. Before long, the two of them were in a hyperactive state, jumping around, singing along with the music, and generally making a mess of the place. Shizune, on the other hand, seemed to lighten up, a girlish blush rising to her cheeks as the alcohol started to take effect. Misha simply grinned like an idiot the whole time. Most of the time she managed to translate for Shizune, but occasionally she seemed to get distracted by watching Rin and Emmy horse around. Before long, Shizune stopped bothering with her and somehow managed to organize a drinking contest with Hanako. Shortly after that, both of them lay passed out in the corner. In a way, it was kind of cute to see the two of them practically hugging each other in their sleep. However, I was not the only one to notice this.
Doesn't that just warm your heart? Those two. Don't you find it nice that the two girls who hardly ever speak to anyone are now best as friends?
I guess.
Or were you thinking dirty things?
What? No!
It's okay, Hisao. We all know about you and Hana.
What? How?
So you have been doing dirty things!
Part of my wants to argue, but the alcohol in my system lessens my will to fight. Yeah, just a bit, but not so much during the exams. Thankfully, it was hard to sleep when you are, well... Lily stumbles towards Misha and I, tearing herself away from Rin and Emmy, who seem to be trying to attach one of Emmy's legs to Rin's shoulder.
So you like it, audience?
It's not like that, we just... Misha pats me on the back, nearly knocking the wind out of me.
Way to go, Hisao! What a man! If only every girl should be so lucky.
Thanks.
So what's your plans for the holidays?
Well, Hanako doesn't have anywhere to go, so we were going to stay at my parents' house for a bit. Isn't it a little soon to be introducing her to your parents?
Or a little late, if you know what I mean.
No, what do you mean?
No sex before marriage?
What's that got to do with anything?
I don't know. You're the one introducing her to your parents.
How did you explain it to them? I asked them after the first week of exams. Oh, you mean after that Saturday night? Yeah. You knew? Hisao, I'm afraid there probably wasn't anyone in the dorm that didn't know. Damn, we tried to be quiet. You don't have to be. What? Never mind. Isn't it interesting that all of this was Hanako's idea? However curious I may be, I have never known Lily to force a topic change this quickly, so I let her slip of the tongue slide. What do you mean? This whole study group thing. I would have never have thought to invite this many people.
Maybe she just didn't want to be alone?
What makes you think that?
Well, she never used to talk to anyone, so we all thought she was shy.
Maybe she was just afraid? Afraid of what? Maybe of us? That doesn't make any sense. Maybe it does. What do you mean? What if she wanted to have friends but just never had any? Misha screws up her face a little as if thinking. It's strange. I'm having trouble concentrating at one spot, yet Misha, with the same alcohol content, is thinking straighter than ever. That's not it. If you've never made friends, then you try to. You know, like those nerdy kids that always hang around the cool kids, trying to get attention. Then what do you think? What if she was abused? What do you mean abused? Like, you know, that kind of abused. What? No. If she were abused like that, then she would hate men, wouldn't she? Misha shakes her head. Stepdaddies aren't the only people that touch their daughters. What? What? I'm just thinking, what if it was her stepmother? I open my mouth to respond, but I can't find the words to reboot Misha's claims. She did seem to take some time to warm up to me. What? No, that can't be right. She'd have told me. Really? You've known her 2 months? There's no time to tell you everything. Emotions and alcohol turn my head into a spinning jumble of thoughts. Some of what Misha is saying is making sense, but it's just so unbelievable. Hanako truly is a lot more cautious with people than you'd expect. But she seemed to open up to me almost straight away. Even Lily said that when we first met. No matter how much I think about it, it still seems like I'm missing a piece of the puzzle. The fire, this alleged abuse, I just can't wrap my head around it. A crash behind me distracts my thinking. Sorry, I thought I did it upright.
Oh, are you alright?
Misha runs to Emmy's side and helps her onto a nearby chair.
Thanks. It's okay. Here, let me get that for you.
Misha retrieves Emmy's leg from the floor and starts strapping it on. Huh. Looks like you've done that before. Well, it was just once. What was just once?
Oh, nothing. I just helped Emmy here once. No biggie.
About that story you were telling me in the art room. Could you maybe tell me how it ends?
Story? You know, that story. From that time. Oh! Well, I suppose. I already went and checked out the art room. It's unlocked. What about... Oh.
Misha peers over Emi's shoulder and I follow her gaze. Rin is curled up under a table, fast asleep.
Well, are you sure? I think it's a good thing to learn. Okay then, shall we go check it out?
Where are you two going?
That's a secret.
Misha winks at me, further confusing me.
One day I may teach you too, Hisao.
Misha and Emi disappear into the dark of the hallway and their footsteps fade off into the distance.
And then there were two.
Yes, I guess things are coming to an end here. I guess I'll start cleaning up. I roll up my sleeves and start collecting the piles of cans and empty bags that litter the room.
About what we were discussing earlier.
Yes?
Do you really think that Hanako was treated like that?
Honestly, I don't know.
I've known her the whole time she's been here. I tried to care for her, to help her make friends. Was I doing the wrong thing? You two were only able to get together once I stopped meddling.
Meddling? Lily flails her arms a little in frustration. It's unnerving to see her so distressed.
I tried to hook the two of you up. It was stupid of me, I know, but making her happy made me happy. So after she first started talking to you, I tried to force you together. But it didn't work, and then I got sick, and you got together after that. Am I not needed? Have I been nothing but a burden this whole time?
Tears flow down Lily's cheeks as she spirals deeper down into self-pity. I guess drinking probably isn't the best prelude to this kind of conversation. I wrap my shoulders around Lily's and she cries into my chest. It's not like that. You're Hanako's best friend. Anyone can see that. Sometimes I think she might love you more than me. What Misha said tonight is just a theory. And besides, even if it was true, you're not Hanako's stepmother. You'd never do anything to hurt her, right?
Right.
Then there's nothing to worry about, right?
Right.
Well then, let's get this place cleaned up. Hanako and I leave tomorrow morning for my parents' house, and I'd feel guilty leaving this mess.
Okay.
Lily peels herself from me and starts grouping around the nearest table, arranging things as best she can. Are you going to be alright?
Oh, I can work out which ones are empty and which aren't.
I mean over the break without us.
Of course, I already have plans. My elder sister is in the country, so we are going to our summer house in Hokkaido.
Sounds fun.
Indeed it is. I shall have to invite you sometime.
I'd be delighted. Maybe next break?
Maybe.
Before long, we've cleaned up the majority of the mess. As if woken by some magical spell, the three sleeping girls stir.
What happened?
You passed out again.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Who cleaned up?
Lily and I. I supervised. You were awake? Yes, but you were doing a good job, so I felt compelled to stay out of your way. Where's Emi? Oh, Misha wanted to show her something, or something like that. Oh well, I really wanted those arms. Arm? Oh wait,
Arms?
Emi's magical mechanical legs. We almost got them to fit, too.
I have no idea what she's talking about.
It's a long story. I'll tell you on the train tomorrow.
Oh, that's right, the train.
Crap! This whole time Shizune's been standing there watching our conversation. But without Misha, there's no way to talk to her. And the party has decimated any method of writing things down. After fruitlessly trying to sign something to us, I'm sure she assumed it was easy enough to understand. Shizune simply smiles, bows, and leaves. I guess that was a thank you. She may have offered a challenge. What? You never know. I am sleepy. Good night. Rin pivots on her heels, leans forward, and then marches out of the console office. Well then, I guess we should get some sleep now.
You know, I was just asleep then.
Hanako advances on me and grabs my shirt.
Perhaps I should leave you two alone?
Do you need a hand back to your room?
I have my cane. I should be able to find my own way back. I've moved my bags for tomorrow into your room already, Hisao.
You did? When?
Before the exams.
Oh, right.
Well then, what are we waiting for? Don't let me hold you.
Okay. Thanks for the punch, Lily.
Don't mention it.
With that, Hanako practically drags me by the shirt all the way back to my room. Alrighty. Wow, 30 minutes in and we're not at the end yet. I'm contemplating on whether I should do another part. Yeah, I think I probably will save this last bit for the final part. You know what, the hell with it. We'll make this a long part. I don't care if it goes over 40 minutes. Anyways, Hanako's head rests against my shoulder as the train gently rocks from side to side. After last night's party, both of us are feeling a little under the weather. My mouth feels dirty and dry, and every gentle roll of the train feels like a sledgehammer to my temples. I reach into my pocket, pull out yet another painkiller, and swallow it with a gulp of iced tea. The train lurches a little as it starts to decelerate, and a pre-recorded voice happily chimes over the speakers. This train will soon reach its final destination, Tokyo Station. Please make sure you take all of your belongings with you. I nudge Hanako a little to wake her up. Hey Hanako, we're almost here.
Another 5 minutes.
I don't think that's allowed here. Hanako rubs her eyes and starts to remember where she is.
We're here already?
You've been asleep for about 2 hours.
Oh, sorry.
How are you feeling?
Better. My headache is gone. I'm just a little tired.
No matter how much you like someone, just the slightest amount of pain can make you despise them. Good for you. Come on, I'll help you with your bags. Before us lies the complex maze of platforms and escalators of Tokyo Station. Swarms of people move around in predetermined patterns like ants. Are you going to be okay with this?
I'll be fine.
Hanako clutches the handle of her bag with both hands, her fingers white with the strain. Here, let me take that.
Huh?
I reach out and try to take her bag from her.
It's okay, I've got it. It's not that heavy.
Okay then, can I at least hold your arm then? After a second's thought, Hanako switches her bag to her left hand and holds out her right. I wrap my arm around hers and we head off towards the local platforms.
So, how much further is it?
Well, from here we'll take a local train for about a half an hour, then a short bus ride. A little over an hour, maybe.
Oh, okay.
We enter the more crowded local section of the station and become swept away by the crowds. Hanako grips my arm tightly and I push us through the crowds to our platform. Are you holding up okay?
I guess. No one is paying attention to us.
That's just what people are like around here. No one notices anyone. I told you it'd be fine.
Oh, is this our train?
That's the one. Let's try and get a good seat. The dense inner city thins slightly as our train ambles outwards. Hanako returns to her slumber, leaving me alone to ponder my headache. Thankfully it has started to subside, though that may be because of my 4th headache pill this morning. We transfer to the bus without incident, and before long we stand before my parents' home. This is it.
It looks nice.
It's not much, but it does the job. It was big enough for us, and pretty close to the city.
That's not what I meant. It's nice to have somewhere to go back to.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
It's okay.
Come on, let's go inside. I dig my old front door key out of my pocket and open the door. I'm home! No answer. The house is still. We make our way inside and dump our bags in the small living room. On the coffee table rests a short note. Hi, Hisao, thanks for coming to visit. Sorry, but we won't be home until dinner. We'll see you then. Love, Mom and Dad. Huh. Looks like we've got the place to ourselves for a while.
Oh.
We look awkwardly at each other for a moment and consider the possibilities. You know, we could...
Not here. I haven't even met your parents. And well, I still don't feel so great.
Oh. Fair enough. To be honest, I'm not sure if my head would survive around with Hanako. Behind the dam of painkillers, I can still feel the throbbing of my hangover. So, should we go out somewhere? Maybe head back towards the city?
Oh, okay.
I have a place in mind. I think you'll like it.
Sure, lead the way.
I take Hanako by the hand and lead her to the bus stop. Both of us seem to be content enough to simply hold each other as we exchange the bus for the train.
Hisao, I thought the trains to the city were going the other way.
Oh, we're not going into the city center. We're going somewhere else.
Really? Where?
It's a secret.
Tell me.
Can't. You'll find out when we get there.
Fine then, I won't talk to you either.
True to her word, Hanako doesn't say a thing on the train. She doesn't break her vow until we arrive at a small suburban station, about an hour from the city.
This is...
Yes.
How did you know?
I had Lily find out for me.
How did she...
We looked it up in the papers. Did you know they keep copies online? Something like this is pretty rare, you know?
I don't want to.
Why not?
I said I don't want to. Let's go home.
No. You've never been back here, have you? I only know how to get you this far, so you have to lead the way from here.
I don't want to.
Well, I'm not going to force you, but I think we should at least go there. You can't avoid it forever.
Why not?
Because you're hiding. You try to pretend that nothing ever happened, but it did. Are you going to try and hide from what happened here forever? But what? What happened here is in the past. You can't change it. But if you try to ignore it, it will eat at you forever. Is that what you want? Hanako doesn't reply, but simply shakes her head. Look, I'm here for you. If you want, we could just catch the next train home and forget about this. But we've come all the way out here, so why not take that last step? I hold out my hand to the crying Hanako, who looks at me with lost eyes. For a moment, I start to think that this may not have been my greatest idea. But even as I consider moving to the inbound platform, Hanako reaches out and takes my hand.
You promise you'll come with me?
Of course.
No matter what?
Not even if you try to run away from me.
Okay. It's this way, I think.
Hesitantly, Hanako leads us out of the station and onto the main street. The small suburb seems to be made up entirely of middle-sized homes, each with a small backyard. The residents are probably all professionals that have chosen a little extra transit time for a little extra space. However, even this place isn't free of urban sprawl. As we move away from the station, duplexes start to appear amongst the houses. We turn off the main street, and before long the single houses become the rarity. After a few more turns, we find ourselves surrounded almost entirely by small apartment blocks built on adjacent lots. Suddenly, Hanako stops in front of a rundown block of 6 apartments. It looks to be a few years older than the blocks surrounding it.
This is it. This is where we lived.
It could have been any other apartment block in the world. A block of mailboxes sits at the front of a small yard surrounded by discarded toys. Hanako pushes her way through the waist-high gate and kneels down in the yard.
It was here. The front door was right here.
She looks up as if looking at a phantom house in her imagination.
I guess that this is where they found me.
She stands up and takes a few steps inside the house in her mind.
And this is where my father died.
It's unbelievable. To think that he was so close.
They told me my mother was found inside. She never had a chance. But my father grabbed me and made sure I got out. So close.
Hanako falls to her knees crying. I kneel at her side and wrap my arms around her. Again, I am amazed at the difference that 2 steps made. Here, Hanako's father died, yet barely a meter behind me, Hanako lived. Yet we both managed to cross that border in about a second. She mouths soundless words into my ears, and I hug her tightly. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have forced you to come here.
No, don't be. I'm sorry that I never came before.
Hanako pulls away from me and wipes her puffy eyes. Really? Why?
I never got the chance to thank my father. He could have made it out himself, but he threw me outside instead. All this time after everything else that happened. I used to blame him. For putting me in foster care for my foster mother for what I went through. I used to think, why didn't you just let me die? But that isn't what he wanted. He wanted me to live. He knew it was either him or me, and he chose me.
Hanako stands up and I stand up with her. Without warning, she tilts her head backwards and calls out,
Thank you.
I've never heard her speak so loud, but she is smiling from ear to ear. She slowly tilts her head back to face me, still smiling.
Thank you too, Hisao. I think without you that I might have been stuck here forever.
You don't have to thank me. I forced you to come here.
That's not what I meant. I kept on looking at this as an excuse to never move on. But I can't do that forever. I'm never going to forget what happened here, but I don't want to let it hold me back anymore. But I can't do that alone. Hisao, will you help me? Will you promise me with no regrets to stay by my side?
Yes, I promise. Hanako stops me mid-sentence with a long, deep kiss.
There, we promise with a kiss.
Hey, what are you two doing over there? A stranger stands at the letterbox, eyeing us with suspicion. We're...
I used to live here, so I wanted to show my boyfriend.
What are you talking about? I moved in when this building first opened, and I don't remember ever seeing you here.
Oh, well, I must have been mistaken.
We'll be on our way then. Sorry for the disturbance. Yeah, well, don't let me catch you around here again, or I'm calling the cops.
Don't worry, we've got what we came for.
Just get out of here. Hanako and I wait on the empty train station, our heads resting against each other. Are you sure you're really okay?
Yes, I think I'm fine now.
Well then, what now?
I think that I want to meet your parents.
And there you have it, folks. That's Hanako's beta path completed. Yeah, final part was pretty long. Almost 45 minutes plus. Well, it will be 45 minutes if I let the credits run, but yeah. Hey, it's the final part. It can go longer than the other ones. Well, hope you all enjoyed the Katawa Shoujo, Hanako's beta path, Neo, Cast Chaos. Let me know what you guys thought of this run. It was pretty interesting seeing a different alternative to this. And Hanako was definitely way more outgoing in this version. I mean, she used to be very, very quiet in the original, and here she's way more active. And good God, her sex drive is on overload in this one. My God. She could not get enough. But yeah. Hey, I still love Hanako to death. Original or beta, don't care. Her story's great on both of them. But honestly, I still have to say I prefer the original more, but it's nice to see the beta version. Alrighty, folks. It's all over. As for my next LP, I'm not sure what the heck I'm going to do yet. I'm thinking about maybe Pokemon Diamond, but I'll have to think about it a little further. Anyways, stay tuned for Pokemon Diamond potentially or another LP. I'm not sure yet. And I'll see you all later. Peace friggin' out. Oh!